Hey everybody, thanks so much for coming to watch. Today I am going to be doing a day to night look using the LORAC 2 palette. It is the best palette that I have ever spent money on. I am so thankful for it. It is amazing. If you haven't seen it or picked it up, it is just so pretty. But I am going to do a kind of daytime appropriate look with just some gloss and a little winged eyeliner, and then I am going to do this look with a nude lip and this lip, but it's a more dramatic eye and a bold or nude lip. But I had a lot of fun filming this, and like I said, this palette is so amazing. And I also featured these, they are the Maybelline creamy matte lipsticks, and I use Darling Nude and Divine Wine, and they are so amazing. They're so creamy and they're not sticky at all. They don't have that like matte stickiness like a lot of matte lipsticks do, where you kind of get the, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I'm sure if you've worn a matte lipstick you know exactly what I'm talking about. But I am so excited. These are so cool. I got a couple other colors too, but I do love those that I have. But yeah, I am so excited to be filming again. And I'm filming on a new camera, and I am uploading on a new computer. So hopefully this goes okay, and hopefully everything works out. Hopefully the lighting's right. I'm having some issues with the camera overheating because it's in front of my vanity light, so I'm gonna have to figure something out with that. But hopefully it goes over well, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please subscribe and thumbs up the video, because I don't know if people like the video if nobody says anything or gives me thumbs up. So do that, and hopefully I will start being able to film more often. And if you guys seem to like it, then I definitely will film more. But, you know, hopefully it goes well, and hopefully you guys enjoy. And I'm gonna stop saying hopefully now, because that's probably too many times to say in a video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye guys. So first things first, I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Dip Brown, the color Taupe, and a flat eyeliner brush. I always start off doing my eyebrows just because I like the ability to be able to clean them up if I mess it up and not have to ruin my foundation or my eyeshadow or anything like that. So I'm just going to be filling in just kind of where my eyebrows are more sparse and just kind of defining them a lot more. I think doing your eyebrows really enhances your makeup look and really just brings it full circle, makes it look a lot more pulled together. So I'm going to kind of just do a quick show of how I do that. Got it down pretty pat. I can do it pretty quickly, but it does take a lot of practice, especially if you're not used to filling them in. And then I'm just going to use my spoolie and a Q-tip to kind of clean up my eyebrows, just so that they look a little bit more put together, I guess. A lot of times when you're using a gel-like formula, you kind of get it all over the place. So I just like to go in and make sure that they're nice and fluid and everything. And then after that, I will be using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and a flat brush to prime my eyelids, and then I also go ahead and sculpt out my eyebrows and cover any blemishes or redness all over my face with that as well. And of course, use my Beauty Blender to blend it all out. Beauty Blender is definitely one of my favorite makeup tools. It just works so well and really blends in everything. And of course, then slap on your favorite lip conditioner or chapstick or anything like that. I always like to do it at this point. That way it has plenty of time to sink in. And I'm going to set my eyes with my Emphasize MAC powder and a highlighter brush just so that my shadow doesn't crease or anything. The fun part, we're going in with the LORAC Pro 2 palette in the color beige. And I am just using actually using a concealer brush by Sigma, but you can use whatever kind of brush that you prefer. And I'm just going to put that all over the eyelid and not go past the crease. And we're going to repeat the same kind of step with the color Rose just in the outer half of the eyelid, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimension. And I usually start off with this, but I kind of forgot. I'm going to go in with Nectar and a blending brush just to kind of create a good transition shade. And that way, whenever I go in with a little bit darker color, it'll blend a lot better. And I'm going to take a smaller blending brush and the color light brown just to define the crease a little bit more. Since this is a daytime look, I'm not going to go crazy or anything like that with any dark colors, but just enough to kind of give my eyelid a little bit of dimension. Now I am going to go in with Snow and the same brush I used to put on my eyeshadow, and I'm just going to put that in the inner corners just to brighten everything up. And you can skip this part, but I am going to do a little eyeliner with Makeup Geek Immortal Gel Eyeliner and an eyeliner brush. I cannot go a day without cat eye eyeliner. It's just my staple thing, but if you don't want to do that, you don't have to. You could go ahead and just put mascara on now and be done with the eyes, but if you're like me and you like to amp up everything, I am just going to do a little wing, and that's all. I forgot to add a clip, but this is just a Milani highlighter that I'm putting under my brows. And I'm going to take my Garnier Fructis BB cream and just lightly put this over my face since I did conceal pretty heavily. I'm not going to use a lot of foundation, but just enough to give my face some color because my face is so pale compared to the rest of my body. I absolutely love this BB cream. If you haven't tried it, it's so inexpensive. It's like $10 at Ulta, and you can use a $3.50 coupon. So, I mean, it's really inexpensive, and it does last all day. I really do enjoy using it. After that's all blended out, I am going to conceal under my eyes with my NARS Creamy Concealer in the shade Vanilla. I am obsessed with this. I have gone back and forth, and I bought this a long time ago and put it in my drawer and completely forgot about it. But I've gone back to using it. It just gives the prettiest under eye highlight. So I am just going to put a little bit down underneath my eyes and then blend it out. Now normally if I was doing a heavy makeup look, I would conceal in other places, but you know, just today is a little bit easier. Don't mind me, I'm just breaking out in song. And I'm going to set my under eye with my MAC Emphasize powder. Again, I love this stuff, but I'm going to set under my eye and then down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on the forehead and on my chin just to kind of highlight those areas. And I am going to highlight my cheekbones just to give it a little bit of a glow with the middle shade from the Ambient Lining Powder. I just think this just gives a little bit extra. And then I'm just going to set my foundation with a little MAC powder just to set the rest of the areas of my skin where I didn't put any highlighting powder. Then I am going to go in with Mocha and a short shader brush just to put a little color down on my lower lash line just to kind of keep it from looking flat. And then I'm going to take my NARS eyeliner in, I think it's Rue Bonaparte. It's the nude one, and just put that in my waterline so that it makes my eyes look a little brighter. And I am going to put a couple coats of their Real Mascara on. And then on the bottom lash, I do use MAC Giga Black, but my camera died, I'm sorry. And I'm going to set my eyebrows with the Gimme Brow in the light medium shade. Just think this amps up the color of my eyebrows a lot, so I really like it. Next, I am going to contour with the Anastasia contour palette. I'm using the middle color, and I am using my NARS Ita brush just to sculpt out my cheekbones, and then I'm going to put a little on the sides of my forehead and down the sides of my nose and under my lip just to create a little bit of a shadow to slim down. And then on to blush, I am using MAC's Worldly Wealth on the apples of my cheek, and I'm just blending it back to my hairline. I love this shade. If you can still get a hold of it, you definitely should. I believe it was limited edition from one of their newer collections. I think maybe the Wild something collection, but if you can still get your hands on it, you definitely should. It's just perfect for fall. And then I'm going to blend it all out with my new most favorite brush from the It brush line at Ulta. It's just huge and fluffy and amazing. And then I'm going to set my foundation and all my powders and everything with De-Slick by Urban Decay. And I'm just going to throw on a little White Russian lip gloss by Buxom, and that is it for the daytime look. I am going to go have lunch with some friends, and then I will be back later to do the nighttime look. Alright, so it's been a couple hours, I believe about 5, so I am just going to powder my face a little bit where it looks a little shiny. And apparently break out in song again, but you know, we all have to have a little fun, right? So I just bought this. It's the new Maybelline, I forget what these are called, but it's in the shade Mauve. I found it at my local Target, and I really do like it, although as you can see, I kind of went a little overboard. But that's okay, because we'll just blend it out with a stippling brush. And then, of course, again, can you tell how amazing this It brush is? It's seriously my favorite thing in the whole world right now. Okay, so to amp up the eye, I am going to go in with the darkest shade, Cocoa, in the palette. And as you can kind of see, be careful because it's the first time I use that shade and I dumped it all over my face because I forgot to tap off my brush. So we're just going to kind of put this in the crease to really darken everything up, and be careful. As you can kind of tell, this is the first time I've ever used this dark shade in here, and it really did kind of fly around, and I got a lot in my inner eye area, which I didn't really want. But so just for future reference, be a little bit careful with that and just kind of tap off the excess so you don't get it everywhere. I'm going to do this a couple times. I'm going to blend it out and then pack a little bit more on and then blend it out again. Since this is such a dark shade, really have to focus on blending. And I am going to go back in with that Nectar color and blend the top of the dark shadow out a little bit so it's not so harsh. And I did kind of wipe off a little bit of the shadow, so I just went back in with Rose and put a little bit more on my eyelids just because when I was blending I kind of took a little bit of it away. And I'm just going to go back in again with Snow to highlight the inner tear duct, all throughout the day. It just kind of wipes off a lot. So I just want to reapply that, and I'm just using a MAC shader brush. And I'm just cleaning up any fallout with my beauty blender from earlier. And we are going to amp up the lower lash line also. So I just took the Cocoa shade and a flat brush, and I'm just running that along my lower lash line. I'm going to put a little bit of eyeliner in my waterline. You could use a black, but I decided to go with this shade from MAC called Orpheus. It's just kind of a like golden black color, but you could use any shade you wanted to. And then I'm going to go back in and enhance my eyeliner. I'm going to do it a little bit bolder, and I'm going to draw out the wing a lot more. Easiest way, as you can kind of see, is just to turn your brush sideways and extend the line and then fill it in, kind of like you're coloring inside the lines. That'll help you get the best eyeliner. And then I'm going to use White Lies by Makeup Geek just to put under my brow bone, just to highlight it a little bit. And I'm also going to apply false eyelashes. You could skip that step if you want to, but I just want to amp it up. So I'm using Red Cherry 43. Maybe one day I'll be able to put them on camera, but as of right now, I can't. For the nude lip, I am going to use Rimmel East and Snob Lip Liner and the new Creamy Matte Maybelline lipstick in the shade Darling Nude. I'm just going to kind of outline my lips and then fill it in with the lipstick. And if you haven't tried these Maybelline matte lipsticks, they are really awesome. They're not sticky or anything, and I really do like them. So here is the finished look with the nude color. I do really like it with the nude lipstick since the eye is so dramatic, but you know, I just have to amp it up a little bit more and go with a dark lipstick. So you can go with either or with this look, but I love them both. I'm going to take the NYX lip liner in the color Prune, and then on top of that, I'm going to use the Maybelline Creamy Matte in the shade Divine Wine. This lipstick color is so gorgeous. Only downfall is it was a little slippery whenever I was putting it on, and I wasn't expecting that. So I kind of made a little bit of a mess, but it's nothing that a little concealer and powder can't fix. See? Mess. And then I decided to smear it all over the place. No bueno. Alright everybody, so there you have it. This look is complete. And again, whichever lip you decide to go with, it's going to look awesome. And I hope you all try it and enjoy it and have fun. And let me know if you would like to see more, and if you would like to see something in particular, just let me know. I love you all. Thank you so much. Have a good day. I'll see you soon. Bye.